Hi Aquarius, welcome to your August reading. If your sun, moon, rising, or Venus sign is in the sign of Aquarius, then these messages are for you. Please take what resonates and ignore the rest. If you are new here, hi and welcome. I'm VXPRADA. You can call me V. Yeah, like I said, we're going to be looking at the overall energy surrounding you when it comes to love, when it comes to career, finances, all that stuff. And if you're not new here, welcome back. And thank you so much for subscribing and for clicking the like button. Do make sure to turn on your bell post notifications because I do have more videos coming for you guys this August, okay? If you don't like waiting for a reading, you don't like waiting for me to upload, check out the Patreon family. Patreon is where you get early access to all of my YouTube content and it's ad-free, okay? And exclusive content. I post next 7-day readings over there. So I film like a video of what to expect in the next 7 days. It's a lot of fun. Go check us out. Link in the description box. If you want to book a reading, I'm doing readings on heyhe.ro all month. So do take advantage of that. They are mini video emergency readings and you get them within a week. Okay, so check it out. Link in the description box. All right, so I'm feeling as though you're feeling like a little sentimental. I'm not gonna lie. I feel as though the Cancer season that we just had opened up like a lot of emotions. I feel as though you didn't like see how deeply you could feel before, or like obviously you knew this, but you just like you really allowed yourself, or at least you were asked to acknowledge certain things and allow yourself to really dive deeper into these emotions and feelings. It was uncomfortable, and then now we have Leo season, which is much more lighthearted. It is your sister sign, so there is going to be this like polar energy kind of pulling you forth and making you step outside your comfort zone and just own even more, okay? So I do feel as though as part of us is kind of still reminiscent of the past, because I feel as though we're still like recovering emotionally, at least from Cancer season. Because the thing with you Aquarius, you don't really allow yourself to sit with your feelings because you are like logical, that you understand feelings like as a whole, you understand the concept of feelings. Doesn't mean you're not feeling, but you just kind of, you know how to put something aside, like you know how to look at something objectively, make sense of it, look at the bigger picture, just think about the future and just keep it pushing, you know what I mean? But I feel so we're still lingering, there's this like lingering energy of Cancer season that has shown you that there's kind of like a different reality, or there's at least levels to something, okay? So it's like instead of wanting us to like quickly heal from something, we feel as though there's still a bit more like within us that is unresolved, and you're guided to explore this, okay? Just do make sure that you're exploring things from a place of wanting to learn more about yourself, wanting to learn more about the ones that you love, the people in your life, okay? So there's also mention here of us needing to be more, I'm not going to say humble, but just more mature with our approach, because a lot of times we think that we know everything and it just goes to our heads, and then we end up making a lot of mistakes, and we keep repeating these same mistakes because we don't recognize that we actually we're getting off track, like we're getting sidetracked, okay? So I just feel so some things have changed. I feel so you're understanding the foundations of certain things, the mechanism behind certain things now, and it's time to apply that. You have like an extra lens now that you can now look into and observe society with, basically. So overall spiritual energy surrounding you, we got the throat chakra card. Right now we got Mercury in the sign of Leo. We are seeking to assert ourselves. We are fending for ourselves. You may find that during this time you are being more vocal with your wants, your needs, and your expectations, okay, your desires. We got the number 9 card, suffering in silence. Some people are not going to like what you have to say this Leo season, this August. It may leave you in a bit of solitude, okay? I feel as though there's been a lot of things that you've been harboring and you haven't been expressing, and now you are slowly but surely finding your voice. It's making me feel as though I'm seeing the life path number 9 card here. Well, I'm seeing the number 9. It's making me think of the life path number 9. I feel as though there's like this mention here of like always wanting to do right by people, always wanting to kind of avoid being a burden, that there's like, yeah, like the humanitarian within yourself, like doesn't want to be a burden, just wants to focus on helping the collective push it forwards. But I feel as though there's also a need for us to acknowledge, like, am I really okay? Am I really doing the best I can on an emotional level? Like, could there be things that I adjust, okay? Next up, we got the material and spiritual prosperity card in reverse. Some of you may have been experiencing blockages or lack of progress when it comes to financial abundance, when it comes to making money, or just the pleasure that you have out of your life, out of your work, your career, maybe life, okay? Hopefully not though. Material and spiritual prosperity, it makes me feel as though we're feeling stuck. It's like every day we're seeking a routine, but we feel as though at least we have a lack of structure. I do feel as though being spontaneous would kind of help with things. I feel as though we really are guided right now to like do a different approach. Like, I feel as though we are being challenged right now to do something outside the box. And of course, Aquarius, you don't need to be convinced to do something different than what everyone else is doing, but I'm mostly saying like do something different than what you would usually do. Like, contradict yourself, you know what I mean? Like, I feel as though right now we've learned way too much during this Cancer season to be allowing ourselves to remain stagnant and to be allowing ourselves to just remain the same. Okay, and that's why you've been experiencing this lack of progress when it came to your spiritual journey and when it came to also your financial abundance. Being more generous with your time, energy, and your emotions is going to attract so much more abundance you can't even imagine. Next up, we got the waiting game. I do feel as though something is taking like a couple business days to be delivered, like even 2 weeks, I want to say. It's kind of weird. I feel as though you're waiting on something, you're waiting on a purchase, you're waiting for the right time to act on something. Like, I feel as though your calendar is like written. I feel as though there's an appointment here. I'm getting scheduling and I'm getting an appointment. I don't know if this is like this could be a doctor appointment. It could be an appointment for your health, you know, your mental health, a therapist, something like that. But there's definitely an appointment, possibly a surgery that you're planning or you're waiting on. So there's like a date that you have in mind. Yes, there's a date that you have in mind, and you're just waiting on this date to arrive. I'm feeling very neutral about this. Okay, so let's pull some cards. Instead of pulling like half, like for love, like a spread for love and a spread for career and finance, this month I'm just guided to just get right into it and just see whatever comes up. So let's just get some messages for Aquarius for the month of August, please. And just on your Aquarius, please, in the month of August. I will be posting a love reading for you guys for the air signs for the month of August over on Patreon. Patreon will see it first. Yeah, there's a lot of benefits to be on the Patreon family. One thing I don't want you to be doing, Aquarius, right now is to rush yourself. And I also don't want you to punish yourself, because with the suffering and silence card, I feel as though we're feeling very much lonely and we're feeling as though no one understands. So we're waiting for the right time to express ourselves to someone, to be vulnerable with someone. I feel as though you'll get confirmation this month of when the right time will be for that. Let's get Aquarius this August, please. Energy surrounding Aquarius this August. Energy surrounding Aquarius this August, please. Aquarius this August. Ooh. 2 cards. Yeah, this suffering and silence card is dragging out for a long time. Do beware of what you are telling other people during this time, because I feel as though some of you are feeling very extra sensitive, extra critical of yourselves and maybe even of others. Like, I feel as though there's mention here of a projection from someone that is not at the place where they want to be in life. Okay, so this could be you or whoever you are dealing with. It could be a masculine, especially a water sign that you may be dealing with, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Maybe you have these placements. I'm feeling as though someone here is very upset due to the lack of security that they have, or maybe it's a lack of sense of family. It feels as though there's an emotional matter here that is not settled, and it's causing us to be very upset and very vocal about this. It's also maybe causing us or loved ones to be walking on eggshells, okay? Because I feel as though someone here has been gaslighting someone else's emotions. So either you could have been doing that indirectly and people kind of want to see your sensitivity. They would appreciate that at least. Or maybe this is, you know, the way that you're feeling about something else. But really beware of like pettiness. There's mention here of us just giving too much attention to negative small things that we don't actually need to be caring about. Focus on the challenges ahead. Focus on, you know, overcoming the challenges ahead, basically, is what I'm feeling. I feel as though we're like fighting uphill. We feel as though something is like, oh, but look, yeah, just like that, things seem to be kind of stable. I'm seeing, I don't know if you're doing construction around your house. I'm seeing like workers at your house, people that you're hiring to do work. So I see this working out well. I don't know if like there was mention here of this being a lot of money. So if you've invested a lot of money in your housing situation, whether it's a new place you got or you're doing renovations, know that it will pay off. At first you were very like disappointed by how hard something seemed. Okay, this is regarding anything, how difficult something seemed, but you were failing to see the potential in this. Okay, this could be a new person that is in your life, possibly a Virgo. I feel as though we're kind of like asked not to be so cynical for once. Okay, and then we have the Five of Cups, a lot of cups here. We're no longer in a position to be crying over spilled milk. Okay, it's definitely a time for us to regain our power, because I feel like you spent enough time procrastinating, Aquarius, and you spent enough time worrying about the past or feeling rejected. Okay, there's mention here of us feeling rejected, feeling like an outcast, either because of like emotional wounds or just like other trauma that you had to experience, especially in your upbringing or your teenage years. But I feel as though instead of us feeling bitter that like, you know, and comparing our journey to the journey of others, we're just asked to find our truth, find ourselves. Allow this energy to propel us forwards, to propel us outside of our comfort zone. Some of you are planning to travel back home to your homeland, like your motherland, especially like if you are first generation, for instance. I'm feeling as though you're going to your mother's side of the family abroad. Okay, there's mention here of a trip. I feel as though you're going to find yourself. I'm also getting like scriptures. I'm getting mention here of like religion, possibly even spirituality. I don't know if there's like a religious ceremony going on here, maybe a wedding. I don't know if you're looking at wedding pictures or you're thinking about eloping. There's mention here of eloping. Okay, so someone here is thinking about eloping. Okay, but what I'm seeing here is I'm feeling as though we're finally free like a bird. We are releasing a lot of like emotions that we were harboring onto, and here we are with the Star card in reverse. So at the bottom of the deck we got the Star card in reverse, and we have the Nine of Swords. There's so many things that we need to release ourselves from, Aquarius, and Leo season is the time to do it. Leos and Lions, they heal very fast, right? So this is an indication here that whatever limitations that you have put upon yourself, or any limitations that you feel as though you were raised upon, okay, so this may have been your social status, your class, your financial situation growing up, your religion, your culture, whatever it is, we need to break free from these barriers, because I feel as though we are deserving of more, or we finally feel ready to take on the next step in our lives. For some, this is taking on the next step in a relationship, deciding that you are indeed ready for commitment, deciding that you may be indeed ready for marriage. Maybe someone is thinking about proposing to you, or vice versa, but I'm feeling as though there is a commitment here that we're very serious about honoring, and we are now ready to take on the next step. We now see the potential in someone that we are dealing with, or we now see the potential within ourselves. Okay, so I feel as though I'm hearing beauty is pain, and what I'm feeling as though this means is that all of the losses you experience, all of the sadness, you know, it did take you some time to heal from. I feel as though for some you may be annoyed because it requires more healing than you thought it would. Okay, but not everything is out of your control. Your healing journey, no matter how long it takes you to, you know, get through the healing situation, it doesn't mean that you will never be able to be happy again. It doesn't mean that you will never be able to experience newness, because there's mention here of us feeling very cynical, feeling as though everything that happens in the past is going to keep happening. It's feeling as though we're not creative enough. We're downing our creative spirit. It's feeling as though we're not feeling creative enough to create a different outcome for ourselves, create a new reality. And this is actually so funny that this card comes up during Leo season. Leo rules creativity and children, right, in astrology. Well, that's the 5th house, right? So there's a need for us to bring life, new life, into the world, into our own lives. Okay, there's a need for us to either get back into creative projects, hobbies, things you used to do as a kid possibly that you stopped doing. Now is the time to be spending time with more children, whether it's your children, you're reconnecting with your inner child, or you are spending time, again, other people's children. Children are it's a very healing energy for us to be tapping into. Like, children are not necessarily like pessimists. Like, they're not ruled by Saturn the way you are. Okay, so I feel as though there's a lot of lessons here that we need to learn from our past selves, from our child self, before we felt as though things were robbed from us, before we started to feel as though we had to defend ourselves because things just kept getting worse and worse and worse. You understand what I'm saying? So I just feel as though this is like a new leaf. It's a relief, honestly. I haven't been pulling Moonology cards in these readings. Let me go ahead and pull some. I'm guided to do this right now. I'm getting mentioning of the number 5 and the number 10. I don't know if there's 5 siblings involved. 5 and 10. It's making me feel like that's a significant date. Or I'm also thinking about September, and I'm also getting a lot of like looking into like a family photo album, like especially like looking at pictures of yourself growing up. And I'm seeing old wedding photos as well, possibly of like our parents, like black and white photos is what I'm seeing. I'm just seeing a woman in a dress or in a gown for sure, so it could be another type of ceremony, especially a religious one. But let me see, what else does Aquarius need to know at this time, please? What else does Aquarius need to know at this time? We got the prosperity lies ahead. Okay, so financial situations, work situations, I do see that being resolved. It may not be resolved in August, but it will be getting resolved soon. Okay, we have emotions are running high because you are still feeling a lot. You're still processing a lot from Cancer season. Okay, let me see what else we have. We have your commitment is being tested. Now is not the time to be giving up on your vision, your internal knowing. Remember, you got the third eye chakra card here at the bottom of the deck. This means that your intuition, oh, sorry, this is the throat chakra. Okay, trust the things that you are speaking into existence, okay? Because I feel as though a lot of you have been trying to manifest things into your life, but you're saying it out loud, but you're not even believing it, okay? A huge part of affirmations is the visualization part. You know what I'm saying? So all this to say, don't just be saying like I'm wealthy and you're just like not believing it. Like you have to actually visualize a life, a reality for yourself where you are wealthy in the ways that you desire to be. You know what I'm saying? And then that's when you get to affirm it, because you're not just making up a story, you're actually affirming something that is real, because you can see it and you can feel it, you can visualize it. Okay, what else do we have? We have surrender to the divine. Yep, surrender to the divine, because a lot of you are fighting some type of process. You're fighting some type of progress even. Like I feel so the universe is pushing you to embrace a new chapter in your life. And even if it's not something like specific, like a new job, a new relationship, or traveling, or a move, or anything like that, it could just be like a spiritual reset I'm feeling, okay? Let me pull some angel love messages just to get some some angel love messages for the month of August. But like I said, I'll be filming a love reading, so follow me join my Patreon. Okay, let's see, love message. What does Aquarius need to know right now? What does Aquarius need to know right now? Yeah, I've got the new love card. Very interesting. For some, you may be caught in a little love triangle. We have the new love card. So those of you who are single, you may be meeting someone new at this time. Maybe your love life is feeling renewed, or maybe you're already in a relationship and there's someone new that has stirred some romantic feelings, okay? You or your partner's feelings, okay? So do be aware of this, because there is mention here of like possibly some communication being done like online, or from someone that's far away from us, like emotional distance. So yeah, just do beware, because I feel so someone's like reconnecting with like an ex-wife, I want to say, someone that they used to be married to, or they were together for such a long time that they might as well have been married, like a childhood sweetheart, a high school sweetheart, okay? But I feel so there's some distance between us and our partners at this time, like emotional distance or physical even, or there is someone that we haven't seen, okay, in a very long time, or we just live apart, and they are stirring feelings for us, you know, romantic feelings. We got romantic feelings. Okay, so apparently you're falling in love, Aquarius. Apparently there's a lot of love around you. It says your feelings are real and worth exploring. Okay, so follow your heart during this time, Aquarius. I keep being drawn to this card. I don't know if you're dealing with the Sagittarius or like a fire sign, but there's really mention here of something new and exciting that is kind of testing, your commitment. Like it's like, would you really travel like 10 hours to come see me? Would you do that? Would you really get on the plane with me? Would you really like explore where things are headed? Like, are you really ready to embark on this new journey with me? And it looks like you're no way. I kept talking about a wedding, and I didn't get this card at all yet since I've used this deck. Someone's getting married, or you're looking at old wedding photos, or you are thinking about marriage. But someone is married already. I don't know if you're meeting someone who's already married. If you're meeting someone and they're telling you that they're like recently divorced or something, that's a lie. They're married. But anyways, there's definitely mention of a wedding. It says this situation involves a marriage. Maybe some of you guys are simply going to be invited to a wedding. If that's the case, do attend. Especially if this is a wedding that's kind of like a bit of a commute. You must attend this wedding, okay? Something exciting could happen. You never know. And also, you need to be less like negative on like love and stuff. Like, so it would be good for you to like look into like some I don't know, wedding magazines, or just believe in love again for 5 seconds, please. And then last but not least, we got the reconciliation card, because an ex is coming back. I feel so someone's coming back for closure, or you're reaching out to someone, or this Taurus Virgo is reaching out to you, something like that. Reconciliation, it means someone from your past is returning to your life. And even if they don't want a relationship, they're at least here for closure or something like that. You get to determine that. I don't know your life, but yeah, I'm gonna let you go, Aquarius. Thank you so much for watching. Turn on your bell, post notifications, like and subscribe. Okay, I'll see you later. Bye.